I joined the MBA at IIT Bombay and Washington University to elevate my leadership skills. And the journey so far has been transformative. One course that's reshaped my perspective is Managerial Economics or Microeconomics. As someone from a non-economics background, I entered the classroom as a blank slate, which allowed me to absorb its practical insights. Hi, I'm Pradeep Miriyala with over 19 years of experience in software development, modeling, simulation, and artificial intelligence. Today, I will share my learning experiences focusing on three core concepts: markets, elasticity, and market structures. Managerial economics starts with understanding markets, the foundation of why businesses succeed or fail. At its core, market is the interplay of supply and demand. Firms produce goods, thus creating supply. Customers buy, thus creating demand. The goal is to find the equilibrium where the supply meets demand at an optimal price and quantity. Economists define this as where marginal revenue equals marginal cost, ensuring maximum profitability. However, equilibrium is not static. New competitors can enter the market, pushing prices down, thus forcing firms to innovate continuously. Elasticity is another concept which explains how price changes affect demand or supply. Inelastic demand means customers keep buying despite price increases like medicines, city transport services, or cloud computing services. Inelastic supply means limited output like rare tech components. Firms with inelastic demand can indeed raise prices to improve margins. As demand remains stable despite price hikes, while firms with inelastic supply may raise prices to boost margins, but face long-term risks like cost volatility or competition, thus necessitating innovation to sustain profitability. Managerial economics helps craft pricing strategies that align with these dynamics. For example, offering tiered subscription models like Basic, Pro, Enterprise, tapping into customers' desire for just a bit more value, much like car manufacturers offering multiple variants to retain diverse buyers. Coming to the market structure, Managerial economics also defines market structures that shape competition. There are four competition models: monopoly, oligopoly, perfect competition, and monopolistic competition. A monopoly is a market structure where a single firm controls the entire supply of a product or service, facing no direct competition and acting as price make. Other firms will not be able to enter this market due to high barriers to entry, allowing the monopolist to potentially earn sustained supernormal profits. An oligopoly market structure consists of few dominant firms that control a large portion of the market, and each firm's decision directly affect the others. High barriers to entry and the potential for collusion or strategic behavior often lead to reduced competition and market power among the few players. In oligopolistic markets, game theory is key. It analyzes how firms anticipate competitors' moves. Airplane industry is an example of oligopolistic market. Perfect competition features many firms selling identical products with no single firm able to influence the market price. There are no barriers to entry or exit, and consumers cannot distinguish products from different sellers. Crop market is an example for perfect competition. Monopolistic competition involves many firms offering similar but not identical products, each differentiating through branding, pricing, or marketing. Barriers to entry are low, and firms compete on product features as well as price, leading to highly elastic demand for individual brands. Hotel industry is an example of monopolistic competition. Some of the personal key takeaways for me from managerial economics are: I was able to understand why the companies that provide similar services have similar pricing strategies. I was able to understand why markets for companies is not larger or not smaller. In general, markets are influenced by constraints put in by regulators, governments. I was also able to understand why a customer buys something at a price X rather than Y. Customers have willingness to pay for the value they receive. In the industry like streaming services, monthly subscriptions for various providers vary heavily. This is due to the value they offer for the price customer is paying. Managerial economics is more than a theory. It's a toolkit for navigating markets, pricing strategically, and outpacing customers. As I continue my MBA at IIT Bombay and Washington University, I'm excited to apply these lessons to drive innovation and business success. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to sharing more from my leadership journey